what a match we have next. Number 1 versus number 1, people.
How many times has that happened that you can remember in a Super 32 final?
I don't know.
Pretty rare,
I don't know off the top of my head that I think maybe it happened once. I'd have to go back and look, but straight on shot from Figs.
Richie Figs teleports to legs. You just saw it there.
D kind of caught flat-footed there, making it difficult to finish, though. She's going to get into a scramble, finding that far ankle. Can Figs come out the back door with it? He's still tied up with his foot there.
The thing is, Figs is so disciplined in this position, and they might call a stalemate here, and Figs didn't score, but he won that position, right? And Greg knows that, so now Greg knows he has to make some adjustments when Figs takes that shot.
This was a last-minute change. We didn't know. Figs was registered at 106. We didn't really find out until brackets came out that he was at 113. He changed weights at the scale. No matter if – so in our previews, we didn't have this matchup to pick. If you knew that Figs was going 113 and I knew that Figs was going 113, who would you have picked out of these two?
After watching him at who's number 1, it was really hard for me to pick against Greg D no matter who was in the bracket.
I think that the way I would if I had to put pen to paper and write it, a nice transition by Greg on a counterattack.
Again, Richie Figs levitating out of that. He has a different kind of speed and quickness that it just makes him so much more dangerous than your average really fast 106, 113 pounder. But Greg, Greg's ability to scramble, Greg's ability to go to a crackdown, right, straight leg position, sit the corner is going to be a difficult matchup for Richie. Plus, he's a little bit bigger. Well,
that's what I would have thought too, right? I would lean Greg in this matchup, especially because it's Richie's. I mean, not especially, but one of the reasons being it's Figs' first time up. But also because I have no doubt that Figs can get in on shots. Finishing is the harder thing on Greg D.
For sure. So they're going to look at each other, and that's going to be a scoreless first period. Now, overall top work, I would favor Figs.
Mm-hmm. He's gotten very, very proficient at riding and turning, and doesn't get frustrated when he's riding and doesn't get the turns. He still continues to ride hard. Good chop on the whistle.
And you think about the way that Greg lost his match to Lorenzo as he gets up here to his feet as they swim over to the edge. And Richie's got to be careful there, kind of pulling him out like that. But you think about the way that...
They've been so strict with that.
Yeah. The way he lost his Super 32 final against Lorenzo, he lost 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how do you lose 1-0?
Fair point. That was 3 years ago.
I know.
Correct?
But last time in the situation, right, that's where your head goes.
Yeah.
Richie's got him flat on the mat here.
This is, by the way, a junior versus sophomore matchup.
Correct. Richie not committed. Greg D committed to Cornell.
And you think, as Figueroa has him completely broken down now, you think with Greg making 113, and he makes it rather easily, Greg's he's a career 25.
For sure. So 1:15 remaining. Getting back to center here. So they went, I feel like they went against what we told them to do, which was to have him face the crowd. But Greg up to his feet once again. Richie going to kick him down, but man, Greg was ready for it. You saw him kind of float his hips over, catch those ankles, and now going to get the escape, and it's going to be 1-0. And here's the thing, Will. Super 32 goes right from sudden victory into ultimate tiebreaker. If it gets to that point, Greg's got first point.
I love Super 32. I hate the overtime rule.
Where it screws people up is they literally don't know that that's the rule until it actually happens to them.
Well, I think the refs do a good job. What I've seen the past 2 days, the refs do a good job of explaining to them, making sure they know before they blow the whistle. However, maybe. Oh, nice duck by Greg, and he's in deep. Traps the ankle. He has no two yet. Richie locked in the crotch, and not only locked in the crotch, but keeping that thigh tight. But there it is. Greg converts, 3-0 lead down. 19 seconds left in the second period. Greg takes a peek at the clock, and Richie almost gets out, and now he is out. That's a big point.
And that's Greg's bread and butter, right? That duck, both from elbow control and from underhook. Yanni said it's better than any go-to he has. Looking at it again on our screen, oh my goodness. And so now we got 3-1. Richie proved proficient at riding him. Obviously, Greg got the escape. No riding time here. Richie's going to not only need to get out.
I think that he will get out relatively easily. One, because I think he's good on bottom. And two, because I don't think Greg will try to ride him too long.
Yeah, he put himself in danger there, trying to hip in now, looking for the reversal on the edge. That's going to be 2.
And look at how good both guys moved. I mean, hips over hips, pressure versus pressure. Really good action from both guys. 3-3 with 1.5 minutes left in the second.
If you're Ruben Valencia and Richie Figueroa, when do you start having the discussion? You already see Rich. You already see Rich looking at.
Now, yeah.
Looking. Okay, let's go. Because honestly, either way, you were looking at a 4-3 match in terms of you get the escape, you got to win. You got to win takedown, or if you get the reversal, you got to cut him, and it's 4-3 the other way. So now it's just looking at trying to win 5-4. And this is where Greg is most dangerous, when guys have to pressure in and have to come after him, because he's so good with that underhook and elbow control that the guys, even as slick as Richie, can leave themselves open. We saw it earlier to the duck. And we're down to the last minute, folks. Let's see when Richie starts his sprint right there. First time. He's got a pretty nice ankle pick for a smaller guy. Greg is ready for the elbow control.
Greg's also ready to play defense. Bundle from Figs.
That was a huge moment in the match, because now Greg is going to kill at least 15 seconds that he wouldn't have been able to had he just slid out of bounds.
Yeah,
but not only did he slide, as he was sliding, he tried catching
it.
But Figs with the cross pick to take the lead.
Now it becomes, you got to ride him out.
And you see the college out of bounds rolls. You see Greg kind of crawling out. You got to be careful there.
Richie smartly keeping a foot in. 17 on the restart. This is huge.
Wow. I cannot wait to check out the replay of that after the match. 17 to go.
What a beautiful move by Richie. We'll talk about it when we get a sec. Now it's crunch time. Richie got a leg in. This is big.
He's got the far ankle, and he's got his hips glued. Greg trying to go maybe Peterson almost, trying to kick out. Short time.
On.
And that's going to be it. Richie Figs wins the battles of number ones. Number one at 106, now number one at 113. Richie Figueroa is getting the belt. And, man, once again, you got to feel for Greg D.
You really do. He made a very wise decision of